It's the Mavericks in Dallas, Texas for a little interconference action here at the American Airlines Center. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Dirk Nowtizki?
You know, he's not really known for his ability to bang down low on the block, Kevin, but Dirk Nowtizki is, I think, underrated when it comes to his footwork on the post. He gets deep position down there. He knows exactly how to get his shot off against virtually any type of defender.
Yeah, and he doesn't need a perfect look to score. I mean, he can do it over tough defense. His size gives him an advantage, and he's got such an unorthodox array of shots and ways to score over defenders that guys challenging him with their hands in his face usually don't bother him at all.
And the Bulls looking for a positive start here on their road. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
You know, looking at Chicago, they've actually taken the NBA by storm since the season kicked off. They put themselves right in the mix with the league's top teams when most people thought they'd be bottom feeders.
And I know it's early, Clark, but the way they've looked, I think they'll be in that mix all the way to the end.
And here's Dallenberg following the three from Lee. Shot clock at 5, and it's Ellis penetrating. That's a goal from 11. Hits the box.
Not enough defense there to throw him off his shot. Sometimes it takes more than one defender on him down low.
First quarter, 1 minute and a half in. Here's Rose, and lots of contact here. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. That's on Monte Ellis.
This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms in future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team and organization reaches out for the fans' input.
And back to the Mavs, definitely a big move by them to reach out like that. Nothing like bringing crowdsourcing to the NBA and building a bridge, Steve, with your fan base.
Kevin, I had a chance to see some of the designs of the uniforms that were being suggested. Some pretty sharp-looking duds, but there were some other ones that were absolutely hideous. So let's hope the decision-makers in the Mavs organization get some of the, let's say, the more clean-looking uniform suggestions.
And Gallinari, a 6'10" small forward, highly skilled, excellent size, really good mobility as well. That makes him a really confident, capable player at both ends of the floor. Gives him an advantage because of that 6'10" frame.
Rose with the ball. Who's coming off a 28-point game against Denver.
And how about his defense? 4 steals on the night. He was so aggressive.
And Gallinari, Clark, you mentioned good size, moved his feet well defensively. I'll be anxious to see how he comes back from his blown knee.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned the defense, Kevin. He's frequently called upon to guard some of the best players in the league, guys like LeBron or Kobe. Usually a man his size isn't going to draw a lot of perimeter defensive assignments, but Gallinari can really move.
Now here's Nowtizki, averaging 8 points a game. The feed to Dallenberg. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowtizki. Dallenberg's got his first basket of the night.
4 straight makes out the gate. That's a sweet start.
Noah the screen. Rose gets the lead. Back to Rose. From 11 feet away. It's rebounded by Dallas. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season. And it's Harris off the drive. Feeds it to Carter for the 3. Shot is off. And the Bulls going the other way now. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And you just had to admire the versatility they showed offensively back there.
Yeah, their scoring came from all over the place. If one approach didn't work for them, they found another that did.
Dishes up to Gallinari. Drains the 19-foot. Gallinari's got his first points in this one.
You hear about dead-eye shooters coming in from overseas, and you never know if they're going to live up to the hype. But Gallinari has done that and then some. With his size and shooting touch, it's amazing the ability that he has to really stretch the defense out and cause havoc at that end of the floor.
Well, it seems each year he gets better and better as a player, and his shot keeps becoming one of the best in the game. He knows how to stretch the defense with his shot. Really helps his team out on offense. For Dallas, they've gotten only one of their first 6 shots to fall today. Carter dishes to Miller. left in the first quarter. Blair can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Gibson. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Rick Carlisle. Doris?
He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Blair, and Gibson with the block. Rose passes to Ellington, and that one is stuffed right through. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Miller gets to Cope. Defended by Ellington. Carter dishes it to Crowder.
Yo, set it up!
Takes the turnaround Jay. Gets the front of the rim and out. Looking at Dallas, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Pacers in Indiana.
Yeah, their shooting percentage as a team in that game was in the low 30s. That tells you all you need to know, Clark.
Yeah, it was brutal. Absolutely brutal. To get your shooting percentage that low, you almost have to do it on purpose. But what you need is a unique combination of missed shots and poor shot selection. That'll get you there.
Miller, the pass to Dunleavy. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. That one on Jefferson.
Even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the Thursday. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They're making a concerted effort to get to the free throw line in the first half, guys. They're cashing in.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off the six.
Working out there with Ellis. Then it's Jay Crowder. Then there's Blair. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Gallinari, he's checked in for Dallas. Shot from the inbound, and it's blocked by Ellington. Lucas with it. Now guarded by Larkin. Here is Lucas. Lucas off a pick from Gibson. Outside for Jefferson. That three off the mark. Mavericks trailed by 6.
Well, Monte Ellis has never been showing confidence. And last year he went as far as comparing himself to Dwayne Wade, saying the only difference between them is that Wade has rings. That's a pretty big difference, though.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Luol Deng. Lucas kicks the bucket. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Butler's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Bulls. We played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And you talk about the talent and confidence for Monte Ellis. Steve, what's the balance between confidence and like overconfidence?
Well, I think the balance is in your decision making. And that's the trickiest thing for really talented young players to figure out. It's just when to attack and when to back off a little bit. That's all stuff that just comes with experience.
They want to get one of those the easiest takeaways possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead now.
That's why they got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
No good from Lee.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Mavericks trailed by 6. Goes off a bit from Larkin. They set the screen. A fader. Gets it to go. He's got his second bucket. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Now we're on a short break. We've got some time to break down the steal leaders at the shooting guard position over the last month. Number 1, Monte Ellis.
You know, when you watch him game in, game out, He's just so good defensively. Puts on a clinic, both in terms of his effort and his technique at the two-guard spot.
Well, to be good defensively, you can't have one of those without the other. If you're going to be the defensive terror that he is, and he is a terror, he's on the very short list of the NBA's best defenders because of that combination of attributes.
And he's a guy who's so difficult to challenge defensively in terms of blocking the shot because he makes adjustments in the air and has the body control to allow himself the discipline to still get a good shot off.
And you know what else, Steve? Watching him run the pick and roll is like watching poetry in motion. I mean, this guy has that basic play down pat. He's unstoppable when he runs it.
Now here is Harris. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Rose attacking. And it's Lee that time on the assist by Rose. And the Bulls lead by 8.
Now, he's one of the best in the league when it comes to executing that lead pass.
Harris outside. He kicks to Ellis. Back to Harris. No, at the block. To the paint. Butler. He's guarded by Ellis.
What a huge play.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. Big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
1:53 left to play here in the second quarter. Back to Gallinari. 5 on the clock. Nowtizki inside. Working on Gibson. And the basketball on Nowtizki.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
You know, there are a lot of players in the history of the NBA that have had a signature shot or move. And Dirk is right in that group. You know, when he gets into that fall away where he's leaning back, he gets his knee into the defender a little bit, that clearly is his patented and trademark shot.
Now here's Nowtizki following the miss by Derrick Rose. Ellis kicks to Gallinari. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Harris. That's good. Harris has got his first bucket of the night.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
The offensive rebound. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And you hear the crowd kind of murmuring. I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
Bulls making the switch here. Deng's checked in. Here's Harris. It's good from long range. Harris has got 5 points so far. And that, I heard a scout call it the other day, a flamingo fadeaway of Dirk Nowtizki. We've all seen it before. He didn't have that when he first came in the league, did he?
No, he was more of a face-up guy. You know, I think he had to adjust to NBA defenders, the speed and the length. And so rather than, just shoot those spot-up shots, he started going to that, what I call the Lederhosen fall away.
Tipped. It's stolen by Harris. Here's Gallinari. And we finish one half of basketball. Bulls out
Now, presented by Sprint.
It's halftime, and I'm Damon Bruce, and the Toronto Raptors are trailing the Cavaliers.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we return here in Big D, Dallas, Texas. Welcome back, everyone.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. He has 9 points, and he's tallied 7 points at the line. A very nice total.
Yeah, the coach will be very happy with his production and his aggressiveness today, that's for sure.
Here's your Tom Thibodeau starting the second half with. We've got Gang. Lee out there with Derrick Rose. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Noah in at the 5, home in the paint.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Now here's Rose. Here's Butler. A target from outside. And Gallinari kicks to Harris. He with the block. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Poked loose. Harris dishes to Gallinari. Back to Harris. That's good. Harris has got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Masters. About 1 minute play here in the second half. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams. Number 1, the Bulls.
Well, if you're a fan of defense, you have to love this team because they get after it at that end of the floor, particularly around the basket with their shot block.
And so he hits both.
He's certainly been hitting well from the line, and those points do add up.
Back to Gallinari. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And there's the pass to Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Harris. Pulls up, high post, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
A chance here to take a look at where the Mavericks rank in the NBA currently. 10th in free throw percentage, 12th in steals, and they're in the top half of the league in blocks. That's pretty good, not too bad.
I'm impressed most with their free throw shooting that you talked about. This is a team that really focuses from the foul line. They shoot the ball well from there. And as a result, they're constantly looking to attack to try to get those free points at the free throw line.
As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the East is stacking up. We'll look at Chicago. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there, the number 1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, Miami sitting directly below them, just 1 spot down.
Checking out Chicago, they've actually taken the NBA by storm since the season kicked off. They put themselves right in the mix with the league's top teams when most people thought they'd be bottom feeders.
And I know it's early, Clark, but the way they've looked, I think they'll be in that mix all the way to the end.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Nowtizki drives in and could come on the assist from Devin Harris. 6 points for Dirk Nowtizki.
Dirk Nowtizki, the 7-footer from Germany, is certainly not one of the more explosive athletes in the NBA, but I don't know if we give him enough credit for how coordinated he is at his size. I mean, this guy is very coordinated in how he gets around on the court, especially at the offensive end. He's got tremendous balance, outstanding hands. Both of those allow him to be a terrific shooter and player.
And the basket by Harris.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. Back to Nowtizki, such a great hand-eye coordination. It's key for any shooter, and certainly key, Steve, for him.
Well, he takes a shot that for most NBA players is kind of a low percentage shot, that mid-range fadeaway jumper. But for him, it's incredibly accurate.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dewan Blair, he's checked in for Dallas. Dunleavy comes in for Gallinari. And Andre Miller is subbed in for Devin Harris. And Rose throws it down.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
Yeah, but you don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up, though, either.
And so here is Dallas after the Bulls take up 2. And it's contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Hey, there was no question about it. Everybody knew Dewan Blair had talent when he came into the NBA, but people were scared off because he had no ACLs in his knees. A valid reason if you look at it from that standpoint, but he continues to prove that the track is wrong by still being in the league.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Gallinari comes in for Dirk Nowtizki. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Monte Ellis. And For DeJuan Blair, it's starting to become difficult for him to carve out minutes with all the front court talent the Spurs on.
Yeah, now on a new team, getting a better opportunity. And you know his rebounding ability will always been there. That's something that translated directly from his days at Pittsburgh. But can his health stand up? Can his knees hold up? If they do, he's a very valuable player.
Now here is Harris. 9 points in the game so far. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Miller. Rose with the block, but he stays with it. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Chicago making a switch here. 1:30 left to play in the third. Gibson setting the pick for Rose. Terrific design on the pick plus. He lays it in. Rose has got 14 points now in the second half.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And Dallenberg kicks to Harris. He dishes it to Dallenberg. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
Dallenberg, 2 free throws. Here's Rose. 23 points in the game. Gibson with the screen on Harris. And it's Rose penetrating. Rejected by Dunleavy. And here we go. Harris has got the fast break chance. Here's Harris. And he uses the glass on the way out. Harris has got 6 points in the quarter.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Rose off the pick from Gibson. Rose against Harris. Here's Gibson and Dallenberg with the block. And here's Harris. He's got 11. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And Lee pulls it down.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
Now Rose averaging 29 points per contest. With the lead pass. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. Six seconds left in the third. Here's Harris. Steps back and cleans the jump shot. Harris has got 13. Now through 3 quarters of play, down double digits.
Coming up next Thursday, February 13th.
And the final period of play just about to start. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Chicago.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And another area where they've done a great job tonight is forcing the issue defensively and getting some steals.
They got Andre Miller. Dallenberg's out there with Nowtizki. Then there's Ellis. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Miller, the pass to Ellis. Miller dishes to Ellis. Shot clock at 6. He passes it to Nowtizki. Left try, and it's blocked by Dan. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Let's see what the Dallas Mavericks have coming up. Next up for them is going to be the Suns. That'll be at the U.S. Airways Center. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And the Mavericks making a change here. The Bulls leading by 10. Rose with the ball. Devin Harris covering. Rose gets the lead. Here's Noah. Lays it up and puts it in. Noah's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Bulls. Dallenberg with the screen on Rose. Harris kicks to Gallinari. Nowtizki left side. He's covered by Dan. Carter outside. Clock at 6. Back to Nowtizki. Dallas needs to get off a shot. There's Gallinari with the 3. And drops. And it comes off the assist from Dirk Nowtizki.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
You're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Harris. 13 points and 2 blocks. He's showing us those quick hands today, both when he has the ball and when he doesn't.
Yeah, he's really distributed well on the offensive side, and then ball hawking defensively. He's been impressive.
And Harris drops them both.
I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second half, despite trailing in this game.
Well, you know, that's when you need to be most aggressive when you're down. Another good job of drawing contact and getting to the line.
Well, let's forgive him for that turnover. It's the only one he's committed today.
Mavericks trail by 9. Back to Nowtizki. 6 to shoot. Pass to Harris. And he overshot that one, missing.
Great defensive end.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you got it, Clark.
Back to Nowtizki. There's the district cover. Here's Derrick. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Free throw good from Dallenberg. He doesn't get the second one. Another shot. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Down low. Deflected. It's stolen by Carter. Harris, right side. Shot from the top of the key. Nowtizki, no good.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys. If they're going to get out of the hole, because he's not helping their offense. Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Harris outside. Outside Harris. It's blocked by Rose. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Should have been more at the free throw line.
It seems like they're finding an open lane in the hoop every time down. There's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. Jimmy Butler was the last pick of the first round back in 2011 by the Bulls. Last season, I tell you what, he really solidified his place in the rotation, guy. He's still developing his outside shot, but he brings an awful lot to light to the table.
That's good.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
An example right there, guys, of how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never started coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of came all the way through.
And for Jimmy Butler, what a story. Abandoned as a child, bounced around from home to home. One coach would take him in, another family would take him in. It was a very tough upbringing down in the Houston area. He overcame tremendous odds. And to be where it is today with the great attitude after a short time at Marquette, it speaks volumes of his character.
Well, it sure shows in his play, doesn't it? I mean, just the way he hustles and draws fouls, rebounds, defends. He can guard multiple positions out there. You just love his overall game and his toughness and what he brings to this team.
1:04 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Larkin. The finger roll finish at the button.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Now here's Lucas. Ellington kicks to Lucas. Lucas off a pick from Gibson. Outside for Jefferson. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. Johnson, he's checked in for Chicago. And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 14. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
Well, this one's in the bag. I mean, I commend them for really putting forth the effort until the very end. But this thing's over.
You know, sometimes you just have to throw up the white towel and let fate run its course so you can get on to the next game.
For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 9 on the field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Gibson passes to Lucas. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Ellington. 6 on the shot clock. But they'll get another chance. Lucas with it. Lucas off a pick from Johnson. Lucas dishes to Johnson. Rejected by Crowder. Out of bounds. Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. Here's Gibson. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Here's Miller. Misses there. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.
To your dreams, does it mean everything in between where you are right now and where you wanna be? Must suffer for the cause like it ought to be. Me against the world in apostrophes. You look around like ain't nothing stopping me. This is my time, my choice, like the whole damn world. Should have taken back this moment. These words I spoke, I know it. Now I can see clearly. I folded, I shouldered too much weight. I hold in too much pain, and it destroyed me, and then rebuilt me, and now it can feel me. It follows me everywhere I go, but it can never break me. Now I know I was lying to myself back then, but the truth was always bleeding out my pen. I fade back to myself in the end. I'm just one step away. I ascend, I climb that faded staircase of sin. I'm reaching in vain just to hold on to them. Once again, the memories seem to blend. My enemies and friends seem to vanish in the wind. One step closer to your dreams. Does it mean everything in between where you are right now and where you wanna be? Must suffer for the cause like it ought to be. Me against the world in apostrophes. You look around like ain't nothing stopping me. This is my time, my choice, like the whole damn world gotta hear my voice, cause this is my music, my thoughts, my life. It ain't a song no more, it's a sacrifice. It's an offering of everything I got, like everything I am reflects